Hey everybody, it's time for another Dirt Daily. It's starting to get dark here where I am, and I realized I had to start filming this thing before it got dark because right behind me is the tug truck. The tug truck is a 1990 Dodge. This was originally a two-wheel drive airplane tug, so it only had like this much cab. It has a 5.9 Cummins, and then behind that it had a Torque Flight 727, and then behind that it had a Dana 70 with 717 gears and a Detroit locker. And years ago I bought this thing and I stole the rear axle and I put it under my Toyota Clampy that a lot of you know, and then it sat for a long time and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. And then one year for Ultimate Adventure we decided to build it. And this is what we did. We stretched the frame. We put the bed off of a military trailer on it. And then we put Dynatrac Pro Rock 80s front and rear. The front has a 3-link suspension with coilover shocks. The rear has leaf springs, custom leaf springs, and also Fox shocks all around. Originally this was on 40-inch Nittos. And we did all this work up at Pacific Fabrication, a shop that no longer exists. They were up in Gilroy. We stretched the frame, built custom bumpers, and took this on Ultimate Adventure in, 2014, I believe, was the year it was originally built. And then in 2019, just a couple years ago, I drove it all the way to Alaska from California. And it was a long trip. We wheeled it up there. And before that, I had mounted this bracket, this like bed cage with a rooftop tent, James Berard rooftop tent. And it was a long, fun trip, but I came back about 2 years ago and hardly ever drove it again. So that's why I'm doing this Dirt Daily, is because I sold it. That's right. The tug truck is leaving. Now, before you get upset or before you get angry with me, realize I've had this truck for the past 2 years and all I've done with it was use it to move stuff around on the property. So I was like, why am I keeping this thing? And I mentioned it once on social media that I might sell it. And a guy reached out to me and was like, I want it, but I live on the East Coast and I don't know how to get it. And I said, you know what? Pay me what I'm asking and I will deliver it. So the tug truck has been on the trailer for the past 6 days and it's been a crazy trip. Day one, I lost my wallet. I had to turn back around and go home so that I could have some money with me to get across America. Day three, I had my truck broken into. That somebody smashed a window, and luckily I didn't steal anything, but they broke into my tow rig. And now I am just about to Georgia, where I'm going to drop this thing off and sell it to a guy that has been looking for it. Now, here's the crazy thing. This guy, Sam, who bought it, I don't know that he's been wheeling in a while, but I don't know if there's a midlife crisis or he just wants to get back into wheeling, but I'm stoked for him because A, when he saw it, he was beside himself happy, and B, I've had this truck for the past 2 years and haven't driven it, and now I'm really excited that it's going to somebody that is going to get back into wheeling and has a really fun truck. This thing has a 5.9 Cummins. It has an ATS NV 4500 and has a Magnum 205 from Off-Road Designs. Has Tom Woods drive shafts in it, Warren winch, a bunch of Tuffy consoles and Tuffy boxes in the back. It's an awesome truck. In fact, I always thought this was going to be the truck I would have at the end of the world when California kind of collapses and it's just zombies, and I needed a truck that would drive anywhere and do anything. So this is the farewell video on the tug truck. It's an awesome truck. I'm going to miss it, but I'm also really stoked that somebody else is going to have it and actually use it, because it's basically been sitting for the past 2 years and I really want it to go to a good home. So there it is. That's it for this Dirt Daily. It's the end of the tug truck, but it's not really. It's going to be out wheeling again with my buddy Sam. Hopefully he's going to have a lot of fun with it. And I want you guys to, if you see him out on the trail, give him a high five, because he bought himself a really cool truck to go four-wheeling. And now I'll probably go home and, I don't know, build the next crazy thing. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's it for this Dirt Daily. Say goodbye to the tug truck. We'll see y'all next time.